What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, just like the title says, Storm is no longer using its factory 1500 grit polish finish. So if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Then if you like this jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, coolwick.com and use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's going to be a link where you can order this Zen or anything bowling related. It is the absolute best way to help support the channel. There's also going to be a link down below to my Discord as well as my Patreon. Okay, so Storm put out a video, which I will link in the description, saying that they are no longer using its factory 1500 grit polish finish. Instead, they're gonna do this thing called the 4K fast finish. So what is 4K fast and how does it differ from the 1500 grit polish finish, and why are they doing this? So there's a lot of questions. I know that when I saw it, I had a lot of questions. The video that they put out had a lot of really good information. And in today's video, we're gonna see what the difference is on the lane. Okay, so one thing about this video, these two Zens that are in front of you are both brand new. I drilled both of these yesterday. And one of them has the out-of-box polish finish, and the other one has the 4K fast finish. They both have the exact same layout, and then this one has the pink grips on it. There we go. So when you see the pink grips, just know that that is the 4K fast, and the one with the black grips is the polish. So here I have some notes here. Some of the reasons that Storm said that they are going to this 4K fast finish is so that the actual cover stock is on the lane and not a foreign substance of sorts like the polish. And basically what they said is they want the actual cover stock, the actual S77 cover stock, to be touching the lane and not the polish finish. Another thing that they said is that, and I agree with this, it is easier, it's a more versatile finish, the 4K fast, than the polish finish. If you have a ball that has the factory polish on it and you want to take it down to say 2000, for example, you can't just hit it with a 2000 pad because it's not going to take out all of the polish. So it's hard to go from the factory polish to a surface finish, especially if it's in practice right before league or right before a tournament. Then another really big thing that a lot of you guys need to consider is that a lot of the higher level players, I'm talking about like even high level league players, high level amateurs, most professionals, they don't use the polish finish anyway. It can be a little bit too erratic down lane, a little bit too angular down lane. So the big thing that you're going to notice from the polish to this 4K fast is that the motions are going to be very, very similar, but the 4K fast finish is going to be just a tad earlier and just a tad smoother overall than the polish finish. And guys, if I'm being 100% honest, that's not a bad thing. Having a ball that's a little bit smoother is always going to be your best bet. And me personally, the only time I throw bowling balls with polish on them is when I'm doing reviews for the videos, because they come out of box with that polish finish. So going forward, I am looking forward to not having to throw anything else with polish on them. So then another question that you guys may have is, well, damn, Lewis, how do I go from 1500 grit polish finish that my bowling ball has to this 4K fast finish? Well, Storm also let you guys know in that video the process to go from the 1500 grit polish finish to this 4K fast. And basically they're not skipping any steps with the surface pads. So this ball, I hit it with a 360 pad, then a 500, a 1000, a 2000, a 3000, and then finally a 4000 pad. And that's how you get to the 4K fast finish. And one of the things that they explained was that the 4K fast finish is different than just a 4000 finish, because their 4000 finish skips steps. Like for example, will be 2000 and then 4000, whereas the 4K fast, there's no skipping in any steps, goes all the way through. So guys, I know that was a lot of information, but I'm gonna take you guys out on the lanes now with both of these Zens so that we can see what the differences are. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys like factory polish finish bowling balls, or if you like them with a little bit more surface, and why. And then if you have any further questions, please let me know in the comments, and you guys know I answer every single comment, and I'll do my best to get you guys as much good information as possible. I'll see you guys on the lanes. All right, so this is the first shot here, and this is with the out-of-box polish finish on the Zen. Man, I haven't thrown a new Zen in a while. This feels amazing. And then when I get back to the desk, I'll tell you guys the layout I did on both of these balls, so I forgot to talk about it. Wow. All right, couple more shots here with the polished one, and then we'll go to the 4K fast one. Good shot. All right, last shot here with the polished one before I get into that 4K fast one. Just want to execute another really good one. All right, so like I said, I just drilled both of these Zens yesterday, and the layout I went with was 30 by 4 by 30. I wanted one that was going to be a little bit stronger than the ones that I had. These are my third and fourth Zens, and I wanted one a little bit stronger. And so far, 5 shots in, I really like that I went with a stronger pin to pap, and I do really like that lower valve angle. So the Zen with the 1500 grit polish finish, I mean, it's a Zen. You know it's going to look good. It's pretty long. Created a little bit of bounce when I got in. I didn't miss any, when I got the ball out, I didn't miss any in, so I don't know what it would have done had I missed in. But now we're gonna get into the 4K fast one, and like I said, it should be very, very similar. Just a little bit earlier, little bit smoother. I'm not expecting to see a whole big difference, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing if they are pretty similar. So I'm gonna get back on the lanes now with the 4K fast Zen. And like I said, this has the pink grips. So just in case you guys get confused, if you see the pink grips, it's 4K fast. If you don't see the pink grips, then it's a 1500 grit polish finish. I'll see you guys back on the lanes. All right, first shot here with the 4K fast Zen. I'm gonna go right to the same spot I was just at with the polish, at least to start. All right, so that first shot I definitely missed in a little, so I want to make sure I get it going right, just to see. Good shot. So it definitely feels a hair smoother, hair earlier. I'm going to move one board right, at least maybe 1 or 2 right, just to see here. Yeah, I should not have moved right. I'm definitely going to move back to where I was because that hooked a lot. All right, so after this shot, I'll chase both of them in a little because I think the lanes are demanding that already. All right, so now I'm 5 shots in each with the 1500 grit polish finish one and the 4K fast finish one. And I gotta say, they are definitely similar, but I think that they're different enough to notice from a reaction standpoint. The 4K fast one tended to be a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, and I think a little bit stronger in the oil, whereas the 1500 grit polish one definitely at least seemed like it was a little bit quicker through the front and definitely more angular. But like I said, from a reaction standpoint, I prefer the one that doesn't have the polish. I like for it to be a little bit more controllable, a little bit more predictable, and especially a little bit less erratic. I prefer the bowling balls that are a little bit stronger in the oil. Now guys, this isn't going to be like some crazy amount earlier, stronger, smoother than the polished one. It's designed to be a little bit, or to be very similar between each of these. So now, like I said, I'm gonna move in like maybe a zone and a half with the polished one, especially because the lanes are demanding it, but I wanna see how they react when I get in and I start having to bend it a little bit, because that's typically when the polished bowling balls typically look pretty good, when there's a lot of hook to the right and you gotta get in and bend them. So it'll be interesting to see how the polished one compares to the 4K fast one. I'll see you guys on the lanes. All right, so now I'm in the 1500 grit polished one, and like I said, just gonna move in like a zone and a half. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna move a couple right off that 710, and I'm gonna remember that spot when I get to the 4K fast one to see if it comes around the corner from there. Wow. All right, missed a bunch right on that shot, so let's just try to be better, hit our mark, and see what this polished one looks like from here. Good shot there. Okay. So I think now I'm in the right spot, especially after executing that really good shot here. All right, last shot from here with the polished one, and then I'll get it back into that 4K fast one. Good shot. So that very first shot that I threw with the polished one was a little bit too far in, a little bit too early. The lanes aren't quite developed enough, and I left that really weak 710. I moved like 2 or 3 to the right, shut my angle down a little bit, and then went 4 for 4 after that. So when I get back into this 4K fast one, I'm gonna go to that same spot where I just 710'd, because I think that's where the differences might be, where with the 4K fast finish, I might be able to move in faster than I can with the polish. And ultimately, that's why I prefer a little bit of surface over the factory polish, because it allows me to transition, move in with the higher rev rates a little bit faster than I normally can with my lower rev rate. So, all right, here we are in the 4K fast one from the same spot that I 710'd with the polished one. So it definitely picked up a little sooner in the oil, definitely hooked a little bit more. So I'm gonna try to get it right a little bit here to see. Oh! All right, let's get the ball a little bit more right just to see here. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Allow me to get a little bit further in faster than with the polish. Oh, God! And then as you guys can see, even with the 4K fast finish, it can still get pretty quick down lane. So let's throw one really good one here. Keep that swing nice and low. So I think the most important shot of this entire video was that shot where I got the ball going a little bit right and it jammed and really hooked a ton. That tells me that these finishes, even though this one has polish and this one does not, are very, very similar. Because typically balls with surface, if you miss right, they typically don't jam like that. They typically tend to roll a little bit more forward, where this one really jumped off the spot. So because of that, taking all of that into consideration, and guys, we still have 10 more shots, but taking everything that I've seen into consideration, I prefer this 4K fast finish. And I'm really looking forward to going back and looking at other bowling balls, like the RSTX2, for example, which tended to be a little bit too quick through the fronts with the polish. Taking a look at that one again with that 4K fast finish is something that I'm really looking forward to doing. All right, back in the polish then, and I'm gonna move another zone left, and I suspect I'll have to move back right, but we'll see after this shot here. So that shot, I didn't feel like I missed a whole lot left, but it just shot through the front, or sorry, a whole lot right. It just shot through the front. Those last two shots, a little bit softer, a little bit further in, actually look pretty good with this polish. All right, a couple more from here before I get back into the 4K fast zen. Missed in a little bit, but still good. No, see, the 4K fast gets back from there. All right, last shot here with the polished one. Make sure I get this one going right and not miss in like that last one. Missed in, oh well. So there's two really big things that I've taken away from this video, and I want to share them with you so that hopefully you can take it away as well. The 4K fast one, I've thrown it 10 times so far, the polished one 15 times so far. The 4K fast one is already starting to lane shine a little bit, and the more shots I throw with it, the closer that it's gonna look to this polished one. So that's just telling me that the more I throw these balls at the 4K fast, the even closer it's going to look like with the polish, but without having that polish. Okay, the second thing that I'm taking away from this, and I hope you guys do as well, is if you love, and I'm talking about love, a bowling ball, like this Zen, for example, with the 1500 grit polish finish, then buying one with the 4K fast isn't going to change whether you love it or not. I love both of these bowling balls equally, and Zen is one of the best balls I've ever thrown, and it doesn't change just because it's 4K fast versus 1500 grit polish finish. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this video. So now I'm gonna finish the video, hopefully on a strong note, with the 4K fast one from that further left zone. All right, first shot here with the 4K fast Zen from the same spot I was just at with that 1500 grit polished Zen. Good shot there. Good shot. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying more bowling balls with this 4K fast finish. Oh, that got to fall. All right, gonna move just a hair left off that 4-pin because that has to fall. So let's execute a really good one here. Hook a lot. Yeah. Even when I get it right, the 4K fast, it's still coming around the corner, which was it. That's what I was worried about before. But I don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about it. All right, last shot of the video here in the 4K fast. Let's end on a good note here. All right, so now we've thrown 15 shots with each of the Zens with the 1500 grit polish and with the 4K fast. So let's kind of review what we learned in this video. We learned what 4K fast was. We learned more or less why Storm is going away from the polish and going more towards this 4K fast. And in the video, they also said that they're gonna do like 6K fast, 8K fast, but as of the time of me recording this video, I don't know what any of that means. They were kind of non-committal when talking about if they were gonna ever use polish again, but it seemed as if they were not going to. And based on what I saw today only, I think I like the 4K fast one better. And that's not me saying that as a staffer or as anything. Strictly ball motion. I preferred the one that was a little bit earlier. I preferred the one that was a little bit smoother. And the differences were very, very minute, and I hope that the camera picked it up. I mean, I'm shooting in 4K, Jesus Christ, I hope you guys can see it. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. Like I said, if you have any questions at all about this 4K fast, leave it down below in the comments. You guys know I respond to every single comment. Me and my family appreciate all the love and support. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.